Welcome to MCOM second semester students of GS College of Commerce Vartha. In this video lesson number 16, today we will be going to learn about some more fundamental aspects of the sampling under the research methodology. In the earlier class, as we have noticed that what is a sampling, what is a sample, and so on and so forth. So today once again we will go for some more explanation regarding the sampling. Here we will be going for learning the definition of sample, the purpose of sampling, and the stages in the selection of a sample. First of all, let us go there. What is actually the sampling? The process of selecting a number of individuals for a study in such a way that the individuals represent the larger group from which they were selected. Here, if you observe, sampling itself is a process, and in that process, some number of individuals regarding the conduction of a study will be selected, but these individuals have to represent the larger group from which they have been selected. For example, a study of youngsters in a particular research topic study has taken out. Then some youngsters will be selected from a large group of youngsters in this country, which may further be that they may be male or they may be female, or sometimes both male and female. So such a way, here the larger group of youth, and from that a selected number of individuals who are young will be selected to represent the larger group of youth. So that is what it is defined here. The process of selecting a number of individuals for a study in such a way that the individuals represent the larger group from which they were selected. If you observe the particular figure here, out of the total population which is going to project in this globe, out of that a few people have been selected and picked up for this study through this particular apparatus. So automatically the picture shows that this is a universe or the target population. From that, the selected group of people have been selected as a sample and they are being studied, and the study represents not the selected people but it is representing the whole universe of the population. If you observe here, if you see, the entire frame is called as universe. This is called as universe. Out of that, these are the target people, and out of this target people, these are the study population, and out of these, this is the sample. This is the sample. Say for example, this is India, this is Maharashtra, and this is Vartha. This is entirely India, this is Maharashtra, this is Vidarbha region, and this is Vartha. So like that, if you go for the selection of a sample, or the process of sampling is generally connected to this particular type of selecting criteria. So the total frame is denoted as country or the total population, which is called as universe or population. Out of that, some particular target market or target population have been taken here, and out of that some study population is taken from here, and out of that some sample has been taken from here. This is the way how we'll be going to pick up the sample. Now let us go further. What is a sample? A sample is a smaller but hopefully representative collection of units from a population used to determine truths about that population. This definition has been given by Field in 2005. If you observe this critically, this definition, a sample is always a smaller representation. But this smaller representation is going to represent the huge group of individuals or huge group of items. So, for example, if we have taken a bag of rice, where the number of rice particles will be in lakhs or crores. So, out of that, a few rice particles have been taken into our hand, and we will come to a judgment that whether this particular pack of rice or bag of rice is truly useful for us, or a decision for purchase could be taken or not. So in the similar manner, always the sample is smaller and the population will be huge, but basing upon the characteristics of the sample, the decision is made of the total universe. Now we will go for the learning of the sample frame. A list of all elements or other units containing the elements in the population. A list of all elements or other units containing the elements in the population. In the sense, the total frame in which the particular every item of the universe is being selected and put there, that is called as sampling frame. Okay? Now, what is the population? As I said, population is also called the universe. The larger group from which the individuals are selected to participate in the study. If you observe this, this is entirely called as population. The larger group from which the individuals are selected to participate in a study. Now what is the target population? A set of elements larger than or different from the population sampled and to which the researcher would like to generalize study findings. Means, if you observe, this is the target population. Out of that, the source population. Out of that, the study population. Then from this study population, we will be going to derive the sample, which will be coming from this area. So this is the target population, and this is source population. This is study population, and out of this there will be a sample will be picked up. Let us take an example. A survey on the socio-economic conditions of street hawkers in Wardha district. Means all the street hawkers in the Wardha district will be the target population here, and out of that the source population will be who out of that will be taken into consideration here. From where they are coming, source population. So they are going to, for example, the socio-economic profile of the street hawkers in Wardha, or the socio-economic profile of the rickshaw pullers in Wardha district. So from that the source population will be taken, rickshaw pullers or street hawkers, and from that study population, those who are supposed to be belong to Wardha, and from that a sample will be taken here. So like that, the sample is selected from the target population, and then from source population, and from the study population, and finally a sample is emerged for the study or for data collection. And from that sample there will be a collection of data, there will be interpretation of data, and at the same time there will be analysis of the data, and the findings will be found out and they will be generalized and which can be applicable to the total universe or the target population. Now let us go for the observation of this particular frame. So whenever we want to understand the sample in a much more perfect manner, some question as a researcher we have to answer ourselves. Who is in your study? So what actually we are studying? Not the target market or not the target population or not the universe, but we are studying the sample only. And after fixing that what to study and who is to study, the second one is how can you get access to them, means how you can approach the sample for the collection of the data. Then what population can you get access to? So from that particular target market, means from the sampling framework, then you will be going to study about the study population. Means from this particular sample and from this particular sampling frame, now you are going to come to a closure one. That is what a population you want to get access. That is what we call it as the study population. And from that, what do you want to generalize to? You want to generalize the universe. That is what called as the theoretical population. And this theory applies to the generalized form, but it is related to, it is being obtained from the sample. So this is the way how we are going to make ourselves confine it to the selection of the sample and the context of the sampling. Now let us go for what is the main purpose of the sampling. There is only one particular specific purpose of sampling, that is what? To gather data about the population in order to make an inference that can be generalized to the population. Simply, why a sample is selected? Because it is not possible to study the entire universe or a population. But it is necessary to study about the entire universe or the population. But it is not possible. Then what is the other alternative? The only other alternative is to study the entire population or the universe by way of selecting or picking a number of units which can represent the total population or the universe. So that is what we call it as sample. And for that purpose only, the action of sampling is done by selecting the sample and through which the total population or the universe for the study is going to be made. Now let us go for the overall observation of the sampling methodology or the stages in the selection of a sample. Let us first go for define the target population. Out of that, select a sampling frame, and from that determine if a probability or non-probability sampling methods will be chosen. So you can select a probability sampling method or sometimes a non-probability sampling method as per the topic of the study or the need of the study or the scope of the study or sometimes the nature of the study. Now from this particular selection of a probability method or a non-probability sampling method, you will be going to plan the procedure for selecting the sampling units, and from that you will be going to determine the sample size, and from that you are actually selecting the sample units. I will tell you one thing. We have made a research project sponsored by UGC. that particular project is related to the Manrega beneficiaries in the Vidarbha region. Okay, so our target population is the Manrega workers or the beneficiaries of the Vidarbha region. That is what our target population. From that, we have selected a sample frame. So the sample frame includes all the people who are connected to the Manrega, maybe the beneficiaries, maybe the officials. That has put under the sampling frame. And out of that, we have taken the probability sampling method, because it is not easy to cover all the target framework. So automatically we have taken a probability way of selecting the things. But at the same time, we have applied the probability, but that is random sampling. And from that, we applied it at multi-stages. Means the total selection of the sampling was made with different stages. First at the Vidarbha level, second at the district level, third at the Tahsil level, fourth at the Panchayat level, and fifth at the village level, and sixth the habitat level, or the actual location, geographical location where the work is being conducted to. So in such a way, we have made the random sampling in a particular manner, having multi-stage sampling. Means we have sampled it at a multi-stages level. Now, after this is the planned procedure for selecting the sampling. What I have made here, that is what is the planned procedure for selecting sampling in this step. And after that, we determine the sample size. So once we planned all these things, we have determined the sample size. So we have actually, in that particular data collection process for the UGC project, we have taken 1000 as a sample for study. So all these things have been taken into consideration priorly by determining the sample size. So we have made all such an arrangements in such a manner that the predetermined sample size is being fixed, and that has been rendered for data collection through this particular survey. And after the sample size determination, we went into the selection of actual sampling unit. Now, the random way of choosing the respondent to provide the data information when we contacted them through a questionnaire. So that is the final step what we have taken here, that is selection of actual sampling unit. Means in a particular village, in a particular habitat, X, Y, Z जो भी people होगा, उन सबको पहले आइडेंटिफाई किया है और उनके पास गए हम लोग लास्ट स्टेप में, and we have conducted the field work here. Field work in the sense that actual interaction with that person, interview with that person who has been got selected here in the last but one step, and this is the last step of conducting the field work, and where we have interacted with them, interviewed them, and got recorded the total data and information provided by them as per the structurized questionnaire. We made it for the collection of the data and information. This is the way. There are some stages in the selection of a sample. The first stage is defining the target population. The second is selecting a sampling frame. The third is determining if a probability or a non-probability sampling method will be chosen. The fourth one is planned procedure for selecting sampling units. The fifth one is determining the sample size. The sixth one is selection of actual sampling units. And the last one is conduct field work. So this is what today we have got the exposure on the arena of the sampling and the sampling concepts and contexts under the context of research methodology. I hope you might have understood well. Stay safe and stay protected. All the best. Thank you.